May 2014 is a celebration of whisky. It is Whisky Month here in Scotland, and we hope that that brings in a great deal of interest from people all over the world to come and enjoy the finest food and drink that we produce in Scotland. At the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, we have prepared a programme, an exciting programme called Clans and Drams, which is to bring people in to enjoy the flavour and the character of the whisky that they find. And with this, we have paired up with some artisan producers to help people appreciate the best ingredients that we have to offer in Scotland. At the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, we have a unique way of describing our whiskies, which is all about flavour. And we have 12 flavour characteristics where we describe our whiskies as spicy and dry, or old and dignified, or oily and coastal. And that's to help people, members and non-members alike, to be able to come in and choose their whisky on profile and not the name of the whisky. So with this partnership for Clans and Drams, we went back to Sandy Crombie, who's one of our favourite butchers, to get him to create us a really new and different tasting sausage. We set him a challenge with Mediterranean herbs this time, and the bottling that we've used is called the Italian Kitchen, and that's because it's got references in the nose to basil and thyme, but it also has quite a sweetness. Now, what Sandy has managed to do in his sausage is introduce a little bit of almond to highlight the macaroon note that we found in our whisky, and when you have a little smell of the whisky, you can pick up a soft, creamy vanilla characteristic. Now, what I found when I tasted Sandy's new sausage alongside this dram is it was a very delicate combination. The whisky was really complementing the herbal and the sweet characteristics in the sausage right through to what we found in the glass.
Well, this particular one, of course we do hundreds of different sausage, but this particular one was a bit of a challenge. It was put out by Scotch Malt Whisky Society, and they said, we would like a sausage with whisky in it. And I said, I'm not sure that would work. However, we tried it, and we came up with whisky, hog and wild thyme. And it went on to win a major competition, and it astounded me that it worked so well, because I like my whisky separate, not necessarily included. But it really worked, and I've gone on to make some others since then. This is really a sausage made with thyme, but the whisky that's used on this occasion is, in actual fact, it's got a slightly different taste profile. So we've got basil, oregano, and coming through, almost a pizza-like topping, as I've described it. And there's an aftertaste that they talk about of macaroons, a sweetness to it. So we've added some basil to our normal one. We haven't gone over the score because we want the whisky to shine through at the end of the day and the flavour from the whisky. And what we've done is, we couldn't put macaroons in it, but instead of that we've got some almond essence, and we'll put a little drop of almond essence in. You saw that being added. Now that will just give it that little bit taste at the end. Should help, just to make it a little bit sweeter.
So hopefully you like the idea of our whisky sausages and trying this alongside a dram, but you might want to enjoy that with our special artisan Scottish beers as well. This is the Hoff and a Hoff evenings that we are organising at both venues at the Society. If you want to come along and try one of those, contact the SMWS website for more details of this evening and of the many more events that they are hosting through May.